Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Dune map CH Tabor, one of the largest, I believe the largest of the Dune maps, and we've returned here to it today. I like this map. I think it's like Airship Light, I think is the best way to think of it. The bonuses are not worth a whole lot. A lot of blocked up positions on many parts of the board with the blizzards, and certainly opportunity for 1 point holds. We do have a 1 point hold off of our 3 over here. Holds Room of the Dead and Dead Gallery for a total of 4 extra troops. I've got a lot of material left hand side, but with Black's massive cap here, I'm not going to have much of an opportunity to play over there. So I don't think selecting a capital on that side of the board is going to be very wise. Now I might get pink capping behind me here. If that's the case, I'll pivot and try to play for Council Gallery or CH entry. But this is a 1 point hold with a double blizzard here behind. There is going to be 1 territory split into that middle wide gallery bonus, which will maybe cause a couple problems as pink does cap directly behind us. Awful cap spot. Just because you have a 3 there doesn't mean that it's wise to do that. I might slow roll him once. I've got likely a card off of my 5 over here. If we got a good slow roll, we could potentially win his capital in the double cap spot hold. We're going to start with 7 troops. A 13 on 6 blitz is certainly a possibility as well. I don't think you cap here if you're pink unless you have additional material in the bonus back here. I started with 9 territories. We see 4 of his, so there's a max of 5 in some other region here. Now, Black shouldn't roll my 5 here. I don't think that would be wise. He rolls my 5 immediately. He's going to have nothing on cap. He legit has nothing on capital. So, right? Because he just blasted through the rest of this. And he didn't have this territory up here. Yeah, I think white knows this. Maybe not. Is it wise to just go take Black's capital? Knowing full well he just greeted for a bonus, has nothing on it. We just let pink have this over here? Because I don't have easy peasy cards anymore. I think there's a value in double capital, especially if pink fails that roll. So, screw it. Let's give it a shot. Did lose 3 there. Not great. Black probably retaliates here. We could get a 14 on 6 rolled into us right away. I won't be surprised when that happens. Or he pivots backwards, which is fine too, right? Yeah, he just takes the bonus here. Comes back with a 10. So he has the bonus behind us, but if Black doesn't retake here, we can just defend both spots. Orange is getting 9. So Orange might be capped in front of us anyway. Plays for this bonus over here? No, he doesn't have this. But he does have +4. Maybe he has Chapel Council. That would make sense. Black is not botted yet, so he's going to try the 5 on 4 retake here. Which I don't love. It's a shame I lost 3 on his 3. That's a tough roll to have early there. No, he actually isn't going to play for the retake here. He has not botted, but is also not playing for the retake, which is very interesting. So I don't lose my cap, and I also don't lose my second cap. Now, I do need to take cards. I think it's wisest. You know, pink's going to get 7 here. Purple takes middle. It's going to depend on what white does here, because white has this +2 in living quarters. Purple has the +2 adjacent to him, I believe, in communal area. So, very chunked up. I think orange is probably in the best position, or pink if he steals my capital. I'm fine if white takes this. I'm not fine if white rolls the capital. I think I even try to roll 2 here, maybe. Like, do I want to let white hold there? I guess. I don't know that he's going to... I'm in a tough spot here because I let white. I don't know why purple... Maybe purple's a butted next to the cap. That would make a little bit more sense. We start with 7. I'm just going to leave that as a 7 there. We're going to try to win maybe this 2-on-1 over here. Nope. What about this 2-on-1 here? Nope. All right, we're going to try to go 3-on-2 over here. Nope. Alright, I have to roll off of this then. Which is a shame. I didn't want to do that. There's a chance... Yeah, pink's not going to roll me out right yet. He's actually... Oh, that's smart. Takes the card on the spot that he didn't hit back here. So he didn't exhaust himself any further than he needed to there. I actually don't know if he should have done that. I think you save that card as long as you can. Now, there's a chance I could get fed the black kill, which would help me. You know, take this bonus. I don't know where white's going to go. I presume try to take my cap or roll me. I don't think purple should let him hold both of these. I didn't have a means to reliably break him here. That would have been too risky. Seems like orange is broken purple in the middle, though. So purple's definitely not going to go into white now. White, I think, is in our best position then. I think white likely takes this cap from me. But yeah, black, in regards to black, like again, hoping for better dice there. But in regards to black, your only real play there as the black player is to make sure you have troops on. You should not be rolling a 10-on-5 in your bonus on the first turn. Even if you got miraculous dice, there's too much risk associated with that. And he only lost 2, I think, but he split. And the moment he split, I was like, I guess he rolled an 8-on-5, right? And lost 2 because he left 3 over here for some reason, which he didn't need to do. He could have attacked off of Cistern of Souls deck into Cistern Entry and then up into Reservoir, which is exactly what he did, but he left 2 troops here for some reason and then finished the bonus. Looks like black is botting here. I think he must have lost whatever material he had in a different spot of the board. So an aggressive start for me, certainly a risky one, and definitely not one I feel very confident about at this stage of the game. But I'm going to give it my best shot to try to win. That is likely the remainder of black's troops. Purple is back to 7 again. Lost that +4 in the middle, or +5 in the middle on community loop, and I doubt his follow-up play is to go back into white or to go into white. It's probably going to go back into orange, which leaves pink in a good spot, leaves white in a very good spot. We'll see if white plays nice. He could go into purple here. If purple doesn't have much defending, he could just straight up roll 16-on-6 cap roll right in front of me. How many troops I place here is really going to depend on how the white player treats me. Even if I hold this, he does place on the opposite side, so that's nice of him. And I'll let him hold that +2. Sure, take whatever you want over there. That's fine. He does not roll me yet, which is nice. I'm going to go... I'm only going to put 2 troops on this cap. I'm actually going to roll off of this cap over here to try to preserve 1 more troop if I can. We do have pink on an external, which is very interesting. I am generating the same amount as him, but I can't split it evenly. And that's part of my problem here. Now, I believe he had some material both in here and over here. He's seemingly not aggressing me. The reason I don't like this pink cap is on this map, if your material gets removed, whoever has the outermost cap, as long as it survives, is going to be in the best situation. Orange trades early. I don't like that. I think with a bot in play, there's a good chance that bot trades ahead of you. So a little bit of a head scratcher there from orange. But if he's going to go full send into purple, I suppose it makes a little bit more sense. I would almost like him to go full send into white bottom left. That could help too. It looks, this 9 almost certainly hits the... Well, he doesn't know the 4 is there, though. It probably doubles back up, though, right? Or does he go through white? He goes through white. Okay. So I could actually see white being frustrated by that since he just took this bonus. And the white player trying, after black moves off into whichever direction it's going to attack, the white player aggressively plays through black around me to go hit orange because nobody's transgressed white yet, right? White's been playing with that plus 11 total generation in the middle of the board. And until that turn just now by orange. And I think, again, orange is just playing a little bit too aggressively. That's going to hit orange. Okay. So white, there's 2 avenues here, 3 avenues really for white. He could try the 16 on 8 cap roll. I don't think that's 100%, but it's a pretty high percentage. He could try to kill black because this is likely the end of black here. We know that pink has removed this back here. White is unhappy. It's funny because purple does not need to break him. Yeah, purple had the card up here. He did not. If he did break him, he did not need to do that. Okay, he gets 12, so he actually managed to hold some of this territory down here. He was only getting 11 on the previous turn. I wonder if he hits. That's not a cap roll. That feels like it's going to hit black. We do have a black 2 over here as well, though. So white actually doesn't know where the bounds of black are. But I don't think he's killing black. He actually may be hitting orange here on a little bit of a retaliatory play. We only saw 5 troops go down here. That means the remaining 13, because again, white just said early, are up in orange's business. And I could very well see orange being one of those aggressive players who then bots out. Those ones are very, very common. Again, we're going to go 2 troops here. Actually, I'm going to go 3 troops. 4 troops here. We're going to go 3 over there. I don't think pink can roll me anymore. We're going to choose to hit this 2 in front of white. We do lose a troop, but I feel more comfortable with this as a 10 cap and taking the card there than trying to risk taking on a 2 or a 3 over here. Pink is getting 12. That's not good. That means he's likely got wide gallery as well. So he snuck that. He should not take here. He absolutely should not take here. He put 8 troops on cap. There's 4 up in here. We've got to try to get him out of here before he rolls my cap. I don't have a trade-in, though. Orange did get hit by white as well. So orange just has a +2. Lost the +4. Or lost his capital and has the +4. That's a possibility as well, but I don't think that's as likely. Yeah, so pink has the split bonus here. That was the one pivot that, like, all right, if pink's able to do that. And again, the trade-off for me here was, all right, if I take black's cap, then I'm put into a position where I have to split between these two. And I assumed that risk, and I don't have a trade-in again, so that's less than ideal. I think pink probably rolls me on the next turn. I have a fallback position, albeit not a very good one. Bot rolls out again, splits, sits. And again, there's a 2 over here. So what I'm really hoping for here is that white thinks he has the black kill, but is not aware of the material that's on the right-hand side here. That would be ideal, because that would allow me to set in, double set in for decent trades, 8 and 10. Normally, and also be back on, what I'd be at, 8, 10 down to 2. I'd be back on 3 cards after the turn. So there's a chance I could set on 3. Protect myself. White's still at 12, so he got hit over here by orange, I think. Doesn't look like he's going for the black kill, though. So I think we leave this as a 10. All right, everybody. I am back. We are. See, I believe pink got removed, not just by me. I believe purple removed pink here. In case you were wondering what was happening while I was muted there, I believe purple removed pink. White has not aggressed me, which is nice. Black obviously traded in and broke me, which is unfortunate. Pink might be sitting on a trade to try to hit me as hard as he can here. I think he knows I have double capital. So I need to set here. Unfortunately, we have a joker. I'm going to add like 3 here. I don't want to put a lot over there. I really don't want to let pink get through me. I'm going to lose 1 there. And I'm going to knock black out of this spot. I'm going to leave it here. It's interesting to see the white player over there. He does trade. I don't think this shouldn't get through. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked an extra time there. He's going to slow roll me. Hopefully he gets bad dice. That's a good start. I don't think pink is a bad player, to be honest. I think that he's a decent player, but just picked, like, actively chosen aggressive capital. He's getting horrible dice here, too. That's probably pink's game right there. Because I'm not going to let this go. White can still roll my 13 cap over here, but I think he's got enough trouble with orange up his a rear end where he probably won't aggress me yet. But the reason I attack black here is I'm hoping to sneak this +2. And I don't even know what purple's getting at this point. I think orange has been trying to... Yeah, he got 7 last turn. I think orange has been trying to break both purple and white consistently. Or at least white on the left-hand side. And because purple hasn't turned on white at all, the white player really has been pretty much unchecked in the middle, which is allowing him to deal with orange. Orange's big issue is he aggressed 2 players separately and really didn't hash that out. So we do potentially have the opportunity of killing black here for cards. And 20 is probably close, especially it does keep attacking out this way. Purple holds 8. That might be the +2 and then 12 territories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like that. White's holding 12 still. Yeah, I'm not sure what orange's goal is this game. This could be aggression from white here into me. Also a chance white doesn't actually know black is in the corner here on Council Gallery. You know, I didn't hit that, but if purple's on Council Gallery E here, you know, maybe that could be good for us. The early trade from white, though, with pink not on a set, that's good for me. We've trapped pink back here. This is interesting. See, if he doesn't have the means to hit this 1 over here, then I get fed the black kill. It's free. Does he have it over there? He does not. So maybe it is purple here. I'm going to go everything here. I actually have a trade on 3. Got lucked out with another dude there. I'm going to trade just in case. I know I will get the trade in here, and that's awesome. Let's make this a 25, just in case we can't get this yet. And it was purple there, so white saw me hit black. That's perfect, man. White saw me hit black there. And we've now knocked white out of that side. White saw me hit black there, and so what he did is he just assumed that black wasn't there anymore, which is a mistake, for sure. And now white doesn't have trade-ins, so I'm in a really, really good position having that kill fed to me. I mean, that was effectively, not even effectively, that just straight up was a 3 free cards. I do not have a trade on 4, so we're going to have to make sure we appropriately defend both sides here. Orange sets. This probably goes right back into purple. It seems like purple has been the one mostly dealing with orange these past couple turns. I defend this enough where white doesn't take it from me. But I still want to prioritize the other one in front of pink so pink can't get through. Purple could aggress me, and I'm on 4. He could assume, you know, maybe green doesn't have a trade in. And he's right. I do not have a trade in. We got double dude, double horse. Orange has a 24 here. That's probably going to go right up into purple. And that is... Does he not break? He does not break. He sits on it. So that may be completely off cap. This could just be a kill for purple if he's got a trade on 3. And I have no retaliatory play. If that's Orange's cap troops. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. If he was that weak after dealing with both of these players. Purple does hold the +5 here in Community Loop. Now, mind you, purple's a pretty easy card block, or at least a card block enough to force him into white. I don't know where the orange cap is. I don't know where the bounds of white are on the left-hand side. Purple shouldn't care about me hitting into wide gallery. Fist bumps white, I think. It's possible white picked up a bonus over here. White adds a little defense. Honestly, hitting white wouldn't be the end of the world. It wouldn't be the worst idea, I guess is more what I mean. Don't want to hit orange. I don't want to give orange an excuse to want to hit me. I think that's the most important thing. Let's do that. Just add some defense there. So purple can take his cards here if he wants. Obviously, it's only a matter of time before we knock pink out of this one. So we're on 5 now. We've got the dude trade. I think orange probably tries to break me here, which is funny because this player has been whittled down over the course of this game. Is he going to come hit me? We're both on 5 cards and he's double breaking. I'll play along with purple. I'll make it seem like we're both going to do some work here. Now, he'll be on 3 cards. I think I can probably eliminate him. He's going to keep going. This actually is annoying because it means I have to split, and I didn't want to split. I mean, if that went back to cap, that's like a 20 stack. I could backdoor him. There's also a chance purple just tries to kill him right now. 73. Oh, purple is capped on loop entry E. He's not even taking the kill, so if he takes the cap, he doesn't take the kill. It fortifies right back, too. Sets are high enough where killing orange, I trade in off of. White's getting 14. I trade in off of orange. Oh, I think white finally broke purple. Or he just took this cap from purple, the one on the left-hand side here. Like maybe purple rolled it, didn't hold anything on it. I guess my ultimate question is how free is this orange kill? I'm not sure it is at all. We're going to leave this as a 34. I'm not particularly worried about white taking that right now. If he takes it, he takes it. Can I roll this? No, I don't have the pathing through there. He never connected this. So I needed to do this anyway. Is this all he has left? Let's leave like 10 here. That trades me. I'll finish this bonus. Let's go 20, 36, sure. All right, now I'm suddenly by far the strongest player on the board. Lesson for orange, don't break everybody on the same turn, especially when 2 of them are on 5 cards. It is just not conducive to winning. And I'm not even saying I'm going to win this game. There's a very realistic possibility that purple wins. He didn't need to do that. It just puts a target on your back. I'm not sure I understand that from him. But I think the better play... Well, it's going to depend. If white breaks pink in the back, or breaks purple in the back, he's going to break me. I don't think this is wise by white. I actually think purple hitting me is smarter. He's going to open up this capital. I don't have a trade in. I'm not worried about the 66 up top. I'm not even particularly worried about this one. They both broke me. They were weirdly coordinated from these two players, but I think just full sending white here is probably my best bet. I don't have a fortify to this, so... I'm not going to heavily defend it. We've got a trade. I meant to fortify to that, but I don't have one. If purple takes this, it's fine. I need to pick a target, and I felt like white having more troops off cap was going to be a better target. If he rolls my cap over here, he rolls my cap over here, and this is perfect. He does not have the pathing. He can take this all he wants. He actually, not only does he not have the pathing to break over here, he doesn't even have the pathing to take either of these capitals. It is a shame that these two are both working against me, but we bait out white's trade here in a bad cap roll. Or he doesn't trade. He does trade. Does he play off the 55? I don't know what the purpose of this 8 is then. So he can deal some pretty hefty damage here. This is putting me in a bit of a bad spot. Yeah, there's the bad cap roll. That basically ends white's game. He's also too slower. I don't even think he gets to this cap over here. So I don't think he defends this one. I don't think he gets to this one. I have this set to put both of them traded, so this is a good recovery opportunity for me. He's going to split this to take 2 on the left. No, he stops. Oh, that's such a bad play. That's a horrible play. So I got the 66 over here. And again, neither of these players are on a trade. We obviously know pink is not on a trade either. I can afford to hit both of them right now. I'm not going to let... That should be enough to survive anything pink throws at me. Well, they're going to leave just 5 there. And I know purple's not capped in a position to hit this either, so I can just hit this open. He can't even break that. I'm going to come completely off cap for those two. Because they can't get me on the left side. Pink gets second place just by sitting back here, which is actually bananas. But white didn't hold anything on either of his capitals and thought that that would be conducive to victory. So I've got lessons for every player here, honestly. For black, defend your capital. Defend your capital. It's as simple as that. This one win. Yeah, that's fine. I got to defend my caps on this next turn, but I get a bunch of troops here, so I'm not super worried about it. This breaks into here, right? So that there. Let's get 20 here. Let's get 10 there. I think even a 50 there would be fine. I'll complete my lessons piece here in a moment. I should get something over here in case he's got a trade in. This one, I guess. Obviously, I have a set. I didn't have a set on 4, otherwise I would have played that differently. And there's the trade-in. So, all right, hits a 12, hits the 10 cap, there's a 16, come hit the 3 cap, but if he ever tries to, he's off of this cap, if he hits this one and comes off of it too, we're fine. Yeah, all right, so purple has just given himself 3rd place. He actually had a chance to give himself 2nd, but coming off of both of these caps over here is insane, and he won't be able to hit this one. So last-ditch effort by purple, we actually just straight up set the card block here on the next turn. Do it from a little bit further back, though. Trade the how high? Not really high. Even if he splits off of this. All right. Actually, I'm not going to set a card block because he's clearly fortifying from that capital. He set early, right? Yes, he did. All right. We don't roll off that. I'll just roll a straight path here. Oops. He actually didn't. Well, that's fine. That'll actually exhaust his material more. I might as well just knock him down as much as I can. That was a minor mistake. I forgot that territory connected, but that's okay. He actually did fortify there. I didn't even notice. And I don't want to risk pink being able to get in over there. Because he could roll. That might be almost a successful roll here. I don't have a trade-in. He stops. So he actually wants to make sure he gets 2nd here, which is interesting. Just putting a little bit more up there. 25. 15. Now, for my sake, it makes more sense to try to hold as much board as possible. So, yeah, I mean, this one feels pretty nutted up, but I will, if purple, like, I'll try to give him 2nd. If I can give purple 2nd, I will give it to him, because he actually tried. He didn't cap behind me. He put effort in. I think purple has played the best game here of my opponents. I do think turning on me when he did was maybe a little early. He had watched me take I mean, he saw what this cap was. It was a relatively cheap kill that set me in. And now I think this is kind of him accepting defeat. So I will honor that. It does have a trade in here. This doesn't inherently win. So I'm just going to go defend everything again. Probably he could have a trade in, I guess is what I meant to say. And I'm going to show him that I'm fortifying this to the right. That should tell him all he needs to know about me trying to take out pink. Because I think he put in the effort and then he realized, all right, I'm not going to win this game. And so he stopped. And I think that is much more admirable than this guy who, you know, probably should have tried to blitz me when he did. That's interesting. Obviously, he's still got the trade-ins. I think it's at the point where it doesn't really matter if purple rolls a cap. So I'm not going to let him hold this, but if I can close him off a little bit more. This is 100%. It is. I'm going to wait till purple trades. I'm going to wait till purple trades to hit that. And then just to make sure I have the juice to kill purple up here, I'm going to... Well, I'll let pink have this, right? I want him to close... He closes his cap off. And now once the cap is closed... Now if he slams this, he's going to give himself 2nd. Yeah, buddy, I'm waiting. I'm trying to... Alright, I respect the hustle here. It's a little bit annoying, but I respect the hustle. And he has no pathing up to this, so I can just kill pink and card block it. he's not even bothering with the caps now, which is funny. He is just prolonging the game, but purple tried. So my lessons for everybody, let's run through them again. The orange player, for starters, attacked too many people at once. Attacked white and purple at the same time, attacked me and purple at the same time, you know, all of that stuff. And so it really just was almost certainly not worth it for him. Now, purple went through. I could easily eliminate purple here, but I'm going to have some respect for him. I'm going to eliminate pink first. I'm not even going to try to milk pink for the extra cards up here like I should. I'm just going to do it because it's easier this way. And this player, you know, I have respect that he's sticking around, but it's easier for me to just reward the player who tried and reward the player who didn't immediately aggress me on turn 1. I think that's the biggest thing, is that immediate turn 1 aggression. I'm not going to let him get any extra cards just in case. Well, I'm let that happen, so I guess I'm going to let him have 1 card. That's fine. I guess I'm going to let him have a bunch of cards. Oops. Oh, I tried to get there, man. That stinks. That's so crummy. As long as I got to this territory, he actually would only be able to get cards on the right-hand side. But it's funny. He's probably going to come check this capital. No, he stops. Okay. He's pull off. All right. GG's to you, sir. I can't world dom him yet. Good game. Well played. Big ol' thumbs up to you. And he was admirable. I'm glad I gave the right guy second place. And I know I don't always try to reward position, but it was either blast one or blast the other. Like, I had to hit somebody. I couldn't have done that in fewer turns. So orange attacked too many people. Black didn't leave any troops on his cap on the first turn. Even if he moved that 3 that he had that I hit initially that lost me 3 troops onto cap, he may have survived the roll. The white player, again, didn't leave any troops on cap. Guarding with giant chunks off cap is interesting. Pink, I think, just capping directly behind the person who has a decent turnover. He had to roll me. I think it was more that he had to roll me and didn't do it than the other thing. And not surprisingly, purple's the highest rank here. I think a little bit early on the aggression after I killed orange, where I kind of assisted him in eliminating orange, but I guess I got the spoils of it. So you don't want somebody holding 3 caps in that position. I understand why purple did what he did, but I think, and he got second from it. I think increasing your chances of winning if you're purple would have been working with me against white, where you remain strong and don't make the strongest player aware that they should target you, which is, I think, what purple did there. But solid game to my opponents here. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I've got shout-outs here for Jaden Little, Aaron Pereira, Arvid Sundberg, and LOLTHSW WowDK. I'm not sure what all of that is, if I pronounced it in the way that you wanted it to be, but regardless, thank you guys very much for watching. If you want a shout out like those guys, all you got to do is subscribe, make sure public subscription's on, and I'll give you a shout out in an upcoming video. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.